Welcome to this edition of Diverse Long Island. I'm Alicia Laventure. Today, a look at an immigration issue that has nothing to do with the U.S.-Mexican border. Right now, on the Caribbean island of Hispaniola, hundreds of thousands of people are facing deportation. The government of the Dominican Republic is looking to send many of them back to Haiti.
Dominican, Haitian, black and white, workers of the world unite!
I know that this is state-sanctioned social cleansing, and that's what it is, and we gotta call it by what it is.
Protests against this policy have been held in New York, in Florida, and even Washington, D.C., where there are large Haitian and Dominican populations. Many say the policy targets anyone of Haitian descent. Those without documentation are judged, and in some cases, they're judged based on the color of their skin and the texture of their hair. Joining me now are Nassau legislator Carrie Solage and his brother, attorney Phil Solage, who started his legal career as an assistant district attorney in Suffolk County. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, I want to understand exactly how this situation even came to be. What spurred the Dominican Republic expelling many of these people back to Haiti? Phil, we'll start with you.
Thank you so much. There is a human rights issue going on, and it's a humanitarian crisis, a disaster. And the Dominican Republic has implemented policies that's calling for the expulsion of hundreds of thousands of Haitian immigrants, refugees, and also Dominicans of Haitian descent. Now, the problem is that many of these Dominicans who are of Haitian descent have lived in the Dominican Republic their entire lives. They speak solely Spanish. They do not speak the French or Haitian Creole. And the Dominican Republic is requiring these people to be expelled out of the country because of, as you indicated, either their skin color or the texture of their hair. And it's a massive problem that requires the assistance of the international community, namely the United Nations and America. The United States needs to intervene. We need support from Congress and the Obama administration to intervene to stop these policies from happening.
Now, some people are calling this a social cleansing of sorts. What exactly prompted the Dominican Republic to sort of force this thing to happen here? Do we have any legal standing as to why they're now all of a sudden pushing for this to go forward? Carrie, can you speak on that?
Yes. In 2010, there was a constitutional amendment by the Dominican government that stripped citizenship. Also in 2013, there was a court decision that made that decision apply back to 1939. So as Phil mentioned, there are people who have been in the Dominican Republic for many generations, and now, as a result of this court decision, they are stateless. This, as a result, has created the 5th largest group of people in the world that lack citizenship and lack a state identity. This is a national security interest for the United States because this may lead to people coming here or people coming to Haiti. And Haiti, as you know, still recuperating from the earthquake 5 years ago, is in a very fragile state. Now for them to have an additional 200,000 persons in their country would further destabilize that nation. I'm very glad that we're here talking about this issue. As a county legislator, I represent a district that is known as the Ellis Island of Long Island.
That's right. A lot of Caribbean people in your legislative district, they have this background. What are they telling you about this? What's their reaction to all of this?
Yes. In my district, we have many Dominican barbershops. I go to a Dominican barber, for example. We have many Haitian families, and we're living peacefully. And we have people in our district who have had great relationships for over 40 years. So many people are upset about this. Many Dominican business leaders have reached out to my office and have denounced this. They say that this is not an example of what their country is about. So this is very unfortunate, and we are asking the United States government and specifically the Organization of American States and the United Nations to intervene, either by sending monitors along the border to help the refugees or by imposing some sort of solution. The Secretary of State, also a graduate of Boston College Law School where I attended, John Kerry, must act on this issue. And so far we've heard silence.
Phil, let's talk a little bit about more the legal side of this. Is there any way Haitians in the Dominican Republic can challenge this legally? What legal standing do they have here?
As far as the legal standing, in the Dominican Republic, there is a system of government with a court system. But unfortunately, as Carrie mentioned, in 2013, the courts, in essence, came out with a very unfair ruling that, in essence, stripped their rights. So at this point in time, the relief that really needs to take place has to come from the international community as a whole. The international community has to step up and tell the Dominican government that the policies that they're implementing are in effect unfair, and they can have a very negative impact on the rest of the world, because if these policies are implemented and there's an exodus of hundreds of thousands of people, a lot of these people will be forced to go to Haiti, a country that they really have no ties to. Some of them just have their descendants of Haiti, but they don't even speak the language.
Right,
and
because it's been so long.
Absolutely.
It's been such a long time.
And what could then happen is these people may then decide that they must take it upon themselves to leave Haiti by way of boats and cross over the path.
Dangerous situation.
Dangerous situation. Cross over the Caribbean in order to land in Miami or southern Florida. And this could create a very dangerous situation for young kids and for the United States of America. Okay. So it's imperative that the United Nations and America act immediately and swiftly.
We'll take a quick break and we'll continue the discussion right after this. Welcome back. Still with us, Nassau legislator Carrie Solage and his brother, attorney Phil Solage. And we're talking about the controversial policy in the Dominican Republic that has hundreds of thousands of people facing deportation. Now, gentlemen, the division between Dominicans and Haitians goes very, very, very far back. We understand that racism has played a role in relations between people of both nations. And just last year, we even saw men wearing KKK robes at Carnival marching in the streets of Santo Domingo. So can you explain to us, both of you, and Phil, I'll start with you, where this racial tension stems from and how it's playing a role in what's going on with these deportations today?
Unfortunately, on the island of Hispaniola, racism has been a problem for years and years and decades. Back in the 1930s, a Dominican dictator had ordered the massive killings of tens of thousands of Haitians. So it is an unfortunate but serious problem. And I do believe that the policies of the Dominican Republic are motivated in part by racism. And it's something that the island, as I indicated, has had a long-standing problem, just as if America has a racism problem as well. It's no different in the Dominican Republic and in Haiti.
Did you want to add something to that, Carrie?
Yes, this new law that strips citizenship for people of Haitian descent, in essence, asks people of black ancestry in the Dominican Republic to prove their citizenship. If President Obama were to ask Americans to prove their citizenship, I'm sure many people would not be able to do so through proper documentation. As a result, these people become, they are no longer citizens, and now they are forced to leave a country and go to a new country that they have no ties with. This is one of the greatest human rights issues that we're facing in the last 20 years, and we cannot remain silent on this issue.
Now, let's tie this into how the earthquake in Haiti that happened 5 years ago, if at all, if you believe this plays a factor in that, how is that making the situation more complicated?
Yes, well, 5 years ago, Haiti faced a 7.8 magnitude earthquake that devastated the country. I'm very glad for the help by the international community to help Haiti, yet Haiti is still recovering from that devastating event. And as a result, many people of Haitian descent have fled to other countries, including the Dominican Republic. So this does not, help the situation. Yet we're asking the international community to not give up on Haiti, to please continue to support, the causes, the international causes that we have here in Haiti. But at the same time, to address this issue, because this issue is making the situation worse.
I've heard different reports, people reporting on what's going on here. Some people are suggesting even boycotting Dominican flights or products, or just sort of to send a message that they do not stand for this. Phil, do you think that's the way to go about this?
Well, as Carrie indicated, many Dominicans here in America do not support the policies of the Dominican Republic government. And what we really need to focus on is the rise of the international community in And the international community must take a stand and must tell the Dominican government that these policies are unacceptable. And if they continue to promote these policies and expel hundreds of thousands of Haitians, then the international community must come together to think of the right solution to stop this from happening.
All right, that's the last word right there. We'll have to end it there. Phil Solage, Legislator Carrie Solage, thank you so much for joining us today. Coming up on Diverse Long Island, a new push for equality for gays across the United States. A look at a new bill in Congress meant to protect the LGBT community from coast to coast. That's next.